What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more trance, and we're back with an incredible remix of an already good original. That is to say, we're going to listen to Moonman's Transcentral remix. Believe it or not, it does say Moonman here. This is an old do-it-yourself type of fix when the record sleeve would split at the bottom. I used to put duct tape there. Not always the best idea, but again, I didn't have extra sleeves at the time, so that's why it only says Moonman's. But yes, the original tune is by Cascade, who I believe are two brothers, is that right? Yes, written and produced by Dave and Brendan Webster, so that's Cascade. And their tune Transcend, the original, is fantastic. I'll react to it at some point, though probably not in this batch. But we're going to listen to Moonman's Trancentral remix. Now, Moonman being Ferry Corsten, a pretty famous trance producer. This tune I remember hearing back in the day on a mixtape, I think a DJ Huggy mixtape, although it was only part of it. It was just the very end of the tape, and then it sort of faded out as this track was coming in. But around the same time, maybe like 99, I found this in a record store and realized, holy smokes, the whole tune is definitely worth a listen. And I do think it's better than the original, though the real debate, and we will try to settle this in tonight's reactions, is whether it's better than the Transa remix. And Transa, another duo of brothers, and who made not only a number of tracks under their own name, but did a number of great remixes as well. So yes, this is Exhibit A in a two-part, and I suppose eventually three-part conversation about which version of Transcend is the best. So yes, this is from Hook Recordings, it's 1998, let's give it a listen. My memory is my copy of this may have a skip in it, I guess we'll find out as we listen, but either way, this is Moonman's Transcentral remix, as it says right here, of the tune Transcend by Cascade on Hook Recordings 1998. I think maybe that's what it is. I think it maybe doesn't have a skip, but it's got some cyclical surface noise at the beginning. Cycling bass line and cycling hats. Wood tap. feel like that was a bit of a dead spot there. But that rolling, cycling bass line, I think, is the beating heart of the tune. And it reminds me, he also does a great remix. What is it called? The track is, I think, Where Are You Now? It's on Tidy Tracks. I'll see if I can dig it out during this session. If not, I'll react to it soon. But I think it also has that rolling bass line, so I think at least under his Moonman name, that's something that Corsten was doing a lot in his tracks. I think he used the Moonman name from like 96 to 99, something like that. And again, he has many other aliases, and I think right into the present day he continues to make tracks. But yeah, this was always a favorite of mine. It's one that I definitely played at a few parties back in my original period of playing parties, which again was like late 99 to maybe 03 or so. I don't remember exactly, because like when I played the last party from that phase, I didn't know it was the last party. But again, a lot of the companies that were throwing trance parties and techno parties in LA at the time either stopped throwing them, in part because there was a real like enforcement crackdown where like police and even fire departments were trying to break up rave parties by like instituting this law like that, you know, a certain number of people couldn't be in a given space, and so they just say, nope, it's a fire hazard, you're shut down, you can't have the event. Or eventually they passed what was known as like the anti-rave law, where it was like no live music past 2 a.m., which, you know, may have affected some clubs and whatever, but was primarily targeted at like underground rave parties. So it just gave authorities a pretense to say, nope, you know, you can't like argue that this is a legitimate event and so on, even if you have permits, even if, you know, you like have paid for the space and so on. So yeah, the companies that I was playing some parties for, they stopped throwing events, and it wasn't until like a decade later that I played my next event. So in any case, the point is, I've had this record a very long time, as you can probably tell from the sleeve, and it was always one of my favorites in the like progressive trance genre. Admittedly, you know, I never followed Moonman as closely or Ferry Corsten as closely as some of the other trance producers from back then, but ultimately I do think it is a top track. And the question I will ask as I do a reaction to the Transa remix of this tune is, which one do you prefer? So let me know after you've heard both in either comments of either video. And again, we'll come back at some point and react to the original. As I said, I'll see if I can dig out that Moonman remix of Where Are You Now. In the meantime, let me know what you think here, and I will see you next time. Peace.